little beach art, and I'm gonna show you a couple things I'm thinking about using in my art. The first thing I wanna show you is something I can't use in my art, but I'm thinking that we may come back tomorrow and do a bigger art piece of the beach because I need to use this. I bought this at Hobby Lobby after Christmas. I think it was like 90% off. It's like an ornament. It's like a beachy Christmas tree ornament. That's where it was, okay? This came from Hobby Lobby. I got it for like 90% off. Is that not pretty? Now you could just literally, if you had a beach house, which I do not, dadgummit, I wish I did. If you had a beach house, you could literally just put this somewhere. Lynn has these too. You could literally just put these somewhere in a bowl or something. But I bought them, and I bought like 3 sets. I think they had 3 left, and I bought all 3 of them. I want to use these in a piece of art. Don't you think they would be awesome? Got them on sale too. So obviously this canvas is way too small for that. So I think that tomorrow we're going to do a bigger piece. And we're going to use these somehow, some way, and these. These I got from Amazon, and I may use a couple of these today. I'm not sure. They are so heavy, and I got these off of Amazon probably a year ago and haven't used them yet. So I think I'm going to save those possibly for tomorrow's bigger art piece as well. And they're super cute. They're like almost aquamarine color. And yeah, they're big and heavy. So I think I'm gonna save those as well. So for today, we're gonna use our palette knife, and we're gonna use 3 different blues. They recently went there and complaining that fall, it is out already. Is that not crazy? I saw fall, I did not see Christmas. These are the colors we're gonna use because I'm gonna go for a little bit of a softer, beachy look, not really dark and like navy color. So we're gonna use white and a couple of different colors of blue. And we're gonna just make some beach waves and water. And we're gonna add, I used this yesterday, this 1/2 inch Azuria. So we may throw some of that in there. I have some clear classic, and I have some of these blue floral beads, and I have some seed beads, and I have some shells on the floor at my feet. But I think what we're gonna do is we're going to, they really do, don't they? Now I get that a lot of people craft for a living, and so they need to have their things done early. I am guilty of that as well, but I think April for Christmas is a little excessive. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is just squirt out all our colors on our plate, and we're just gonna paint. And I'm gonna use my palette knife. I may use the brush just a little bit, and we're just gonna put some color on this canvas, see what happens. Whatever happens, happens, and then we'll decide what we want to do with the glass and the beads and the shells, etc., etc. So while I'm doing this, if anybody has questions about the Shattered Circle or our membership or our early bird bonus that you don't want to miss out on, please ask. We will answer all your questions as well as we can. And that way we can paint and talk about the membership at the same time, right? Autumn leaves. First color, Bahama Blue. All right, I'm just gonna dole out. I'm gonna scoot all this over so that you can see all my happenings. Bahama Blue. And let's squish some out. And I'm going to be a little generous because we're using a palette knife. Second color, Shoreline. A little bit more of a baby blue. We'll squirt some of that out. All these colors make my heart happy too. Don't they just don't it make you feel like you're getting a sunburn? I feel like I'm getting a sunburn already. This color is Desert Turquoise, one of my very favorites. Oh, a little more. And last but not least, hey, Donna. Yes. Well, at mine, I didn't see Christmas, and I walked the store, y'all. I walked the store. I didn't see Christmas, but I did see a lot of fall. Lots. And white, right? There we go. I need to make something Americana. I love red, white, and blue art, y'all. I'm a little obsessed with that as well. Not as much as beachy, but I'm still a little obsessed. All right, 8 by 10. We got 4 colors of the ocean going on over here. And let's just get this party started. I do have a brush handy in case I need to like brush down my sides or add a little something, something, whatever. So let's just get started, all right? I'm gonna start with, I'm trying to decide. I'm gonna start with a dark blue. I'm gonna start with that darkest of the blues. I'm trying to get this where you can see it. Can you see it? And I just loaded some of that paint. This is just regular craft paint. And I'm gonna work left to right in a horizontal motion. And so I'm just gonna start, and I'm barely touching, just really lightly. I'm gonna grab a little different color. A little different color here. And I'm just gonna do this, and we'll throw in some white every now and again. And I'm just gonna keep doing this. I should have done, like I watched this guy on YouTube who does dots of color, and then he takes his palette knife and moves it. I'm gonna do that sometime soon. I don't know why that gives me like anxiety. I love painting with a palette knife too. So I'm gonna throw in a little white, and I'm just gonna go side to side. And I'm not pressing down hard, okay? I am very lightly, load your palette knife, and you're kind of just tickling. You're just barely touching and tickling that paint across your surface. I'm gonna grab a little white. So I'm just being random. I have no plan. I have no, oh, this is how we're gonna do it. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants, all right? So we're gonna add a little bit of the, whatever color this was. And just go back and forth. Let's grab a little white. And go back and forth. Oh, doesn't it look like the Caribbean already? Let's get a little bit of that turquoisey color. I need to put these close to what they are so I can remember. That one is Shoreline, and this one is Desert Turquoise. Okay, this is the Bahama Blue, which is kind of a blue-green. We're just gonna add a little bit of that. I'm gonna go this way and this way. So we're just adding the paints and laying it on. I'm gonna get a little of this color, add it on. Let's get some of that dark color, add it on. I'm just smashing the back of my palette knife into the paint. Let's get some white. And yeah, whatever happens, happens. All right, so we got all that laid out. Now, I'm gonna just empty that. Now I'm gonna go this way, all right? So we're just gonna very lightly just touch and tickle and scrape a little. Don't press hard. And we'll dab in a little more whites in a couple places. And we'll grab up some of that Bahama Blue. I'm just gonna start touching it in. This canvas is, ooh, gosh, is super textured, so it's fighting me a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna work through it. Let's get a little bit of the other blue, a little bit of the darkest blue. I really want that kind of right there. and white. All right, white. And I'm just gonna start. That's right. I love retail fair. That is not true. I do not shop well. I shop for art supplies really well. I do not shop for myself very well. I actually have a membership with that subscription-based clothing called Daily Look. And let me just tell you this, y'all. I told them yesterday, I actually had a box come, and I emailed them and told them, if you send me this garbage again, I will be canceling so fast, because they sent me a bunch of clothes that look like something my grandma wouldn't even wear. I was like, I don't know who y'all think I am, but I'm not, well, I am somebody's grandma, but no, not wearing that grandma stuff. I am still young and vibrant. I am not wearing that stuff. Terrible things. All right, so I'm digging this so far, y'all. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit more of that dark, and I'm just gonna kind of add it in a couple places, maybe right here. We'll offload. And I love this blue-green, the Bahama blue, the aqua kind of color. So I think I'm gonna add in a little bit of that in a couple places as well. And then I'm gonna add that white again, and go ahead, get down there. We're gonna add some more white, and then we're gonna move it and see what happens. Stitch fit, right? They literally, look, Shannon, you know I live in the South. It's already 80 degrees here. I don't care what month it is. It is 80 degrees outside. And they sent me 2 jackets, ugly ones too, 2 jackets and a sweater. I'm like, I ain't gonna be able to wear this for 6-8 months. Y'all done gone crazy. There is no way you can wear a sweater in April, May in Mississippi. I don't know what these people are thinking, right? It's like, get it together. Get it together. All right, I'm digging this. I actually, I'm gonna get my edges. I may use my paintbrush to kind of finish off my edges as well. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take these same colors. I'm just gonna go into one and just intermix. We'll put a little of this color, a little of that color, and just kind of brush on any of those colors, intermix them, just to kind of finish your edges so they're not plain white. Let's do the same to this one, but because we're working horizontally, I'm gonna come down, okay? I don't wanna go like this. So I'm gonna take some white and put it in a couple of spots. Then I'll get some blue, and we're just going to come around like that. All right, let's get some dark. That's not the easiest thing to do, but it'll be all right. Just roll it over that edge. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't. We'll finish those edges out in just a second. Yes, it's hot. It's hot here. I made the mistake today of wearing blue jeans. Y'all, it is hot. All right, let's grab some of the darker color. Just get those edges finished out just a wee bit. So it don't look funny. Andrea does not want any funny looking art. So we're gonna make sure it's acceptable. And here we're gonna go down again. Whoops, we don't want that hair or that paint booger in our art. All right, so just add a little paint. This is kind of my favorite kind of painting. It's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I think I'm gonna use these colors and whatever happens, happens, right? That's the best kind of painting. Let's get a little bit of that darker Venice. Now I'm gonna grab my palette knife and I'm just gonna kind of flatten some of that down some. I missed some spots on that curve. All right, now, let's just kind of flatten some of that down. We'll flatten some of that down. Now we'll come back here and come back around our edge just a little. So any of that paint that we added to the edge kind of flows a little better with the rest. All right, I'm gonna add a little linear texture. Then I think I'm gonna add just a little bit of white, like white caps, like waves. And then I think we're gonna get this dry and see about adding glass. So let me, ooh, this takes me to the ocean. All right, let's grab up some of this white. I think you should, Andrea. You know what? If it turns into a muddy mess, let it dry and start over. You think I haven't done that? Oh, yes, ma'am. All right, I'm loading just the edge of my paintbrush there, and I am gonna just kind of scoop in and wiggle in a little bit of white. We'll do it again. Just get it on the edge. Can you taste the pina colada? I can taste it. Gonna add just a wee bit of the ocean wave. Little white caps. We'll do one more, like right here. Bring it down. Hang on. Bring it down. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. It's not acting right. Must not be holding my mouth right. Wiggle, wiggle. Oh, there's a little boogie. All right, we're gonna dry this. It might take 10 minutes to dry. It might take 10. I should have warned everybody, and we should have all made pina coladas, and we could sing the pina colada song and be having a big time, right? I can hear it too. Can you feel the sun? Can you feel the sun on your face? Let's get this dry. And if you don't mind, while I'm drying this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what you can expect. Yeah, exactly, Wendy. If it starts getting muddy, just what Wendy said, stop and let it dry. If you are, a lot of times what happens is, I gotta wipe this off, it's sticky. What makes it muddy is you're scraping too hard and blending your colors too much. So if you're just tickling, like barely touching and tickling that color onto your surface, it doesn't turn muddy. But like Wendy said, if it does, then just stop, let it dry, and then resume when it is. Yeah, I would have been on board with that too. Why didn't we think of that? Was not prepared, was I? Okay, so I'm gonna use my handy dandy heat gun to try to get this dry. I'm not gonna force it too hard. There's a lot of paint here, so it might take a little longer. And I'm gonna turn the heat down just a little so it's not blasting it, okay? And come back over here. I'm just gonna kind of let it hit over here and just keep it moving. And while I do that, I want to tell you one more time, for anybody who is not a Shattered Circle member, I want to tell you what it is, what you get in our membership, and a little bit about the early bird bonus while we dry this. It's starting to dry pretty good though, so I might not have long. All right, you're welcome. It's fantastic, isn't it? Amazon, seek one. All right, so inside the Shuttered Circle, we do a minimum of 2 full-on workshops every month. That is at a minimum, okay? One is pre-recorded, which the Forsythia is pre-recorded, and one is one we do live, so we can hang out and maybe drink pina coladas and talk to each other. Also, we do a monthly Q&A, and during that Q&A, we're also doing what we call our monthly mini. Yay, Kathy! We have been doing a monthly mini, which is just, here's our Mother's Day monthly mini that we did in April. It's just a little 4x4 art piece that is kind of like relative to that month coming up. All right, so we also get discounts inside the Shuttered Circle. You get discounts on glass supplies, and very soon, like I said, hopefully, I love the minis too. Hopefully next week we are going to have resin available for our members, and you'll be able to use your coupon code on the resin as well. All right, so we also have several contests every month. One is we pick a winner, one member every month, and honor them for being a integral part of the membership. I would love that, Kathy. And then they get a prize. Usually it's art supplies, resin, glass, things like that. We also have a monthly challenge inside our group where if you complete that month's, we draw a name from everyone who completes the monthly piece the monthly pre-recorded piece. And if your name is drawn, you get all the glass for the next month's art project, okay? So the person who wins, who posts their hydrangea, will win all the glass bits for the Forsythia, okay? We draw a name, all right? We only have enough of the bonus kits for new members, and I don't think we're going to have any left over, but if we do, guys, you'll be the first to know, you people in the membership. I promise you'll be the first to know if we have them. I'm really wet only down here, so I'm gonna focus down here for just a second. Yes, you did, didn't you, Wendy? So, our bonus for joining the membership by 8 o'clock tonight. Oh, thank you. The bonus for joining the membership by tonight is this workshop. This is our Blue Blossoms workshop. And if you join by 8 p.m. tonight, you get the video tutorials, tracers, and supply lists for this workshop, as well as the glass, the beads, the tracer pre-printed for you, and a 2-ounce pack of art resin. That is a massive, awesome. We want you to be happy. We want you to enjoy the process. And if it turns out that you can't stay, it's still wet in a couple places. If it turns out that you can't stay, we, as long as you give us a heads up before your next payment, we will give you a big hug and walk you to the door. So we would love to have you inside the Shuttered Circle. And to get that bonus, you gotta join before 8 p.m. I just can't stress that enough. I had 3 people last night who joined at like 10:30 when they were upset, but they did get this bonus, okay? They didn't get the bonus from yesterday, they did get today's. So anywho, love for you to come and join us, and I'll be happy to answer any questions anybody has about that, okay? About the bonus or about the Shuttered Circle itself. Started making my flowers today, yay! Blue and rose gold, I love those. Those are so pretty. So, here's my rose gold. I just knocked it off the wall. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. This is the one I did, and it is spectacular. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right. So I'm going to tell you one more thing while this is still trying to dry. I'm probably going to have to hit that corner again. It's pretty thick. We also have a boot camp. It's called Get Shattered Boot Camp. And if you join the Shattered Circle, you can get boot camp at a discounted price. The price is $97 discounted. If you just are interested in boot camp, it's $127. Boot camp has 4 full projects starting at beginner level on up, teaching you different techniques and processes to give you the confidence to make glass art, okay? Excuse me. Boot camp is brand new. We just refreshed it. It is in its infancy. Our old boot camp was like 5 years old. So it was time. Thank you, Gloria. So boot camp is new and improved and updated. It has some similar projects, but all the techniques and products are updated and fun and fantastical. We also have, if you decide you want to join boot camp, you can find the link on the Art Shattered website. Or if you join the Shattered Circle, that's so hot. If you join the Shattered Circle, it'll get emailed to you. But we have a glass kit that goes with boot camp as well. It is not all the glass you need, because one of the things we want you to do in boot camp is break your own vase. But it does have a lot of the glass for, yay, Kathy! It does have a lot of the glass for the projects inside boot camp. I don't know why my throat's so scratchy. I'm going to take a sip real quick. I've been talking too much. All right, I think we may be safe. It's still kind of warm, so I'm going to wait a second. And I'm going to tell you guys this. If you decide to attempt this, let it dry by itself. Force drying this, it's probably got some moist spots underneath the top layer, because when you force something dry, you're mostly, thank you, Lainey, you're mostly dry on the top. So if it's thick, that's why we don't force dry modeling paste. If it's thick, you're just force drying the top, the bottom is still wet, and then it's going to crackle, all right? We don't want that. So now let's make some decisions about what we're adding. I'm going to start with clear. Clear is our most purchased glass. But it's not clear, y'all. It has a slight blue-green tint. You can join boot camp anytime, Jody. You can join it at any time, and it is it is $127 outside of the Shattered Circle, and it is a one-time fee. Okay, it is a course that has 4 projects, and it is only that one-time fee. So I'm going to add my clear, and then we're going to decide what else we want to add. Okay, so we'll just add that clear. I think we must add this. What do you guys think? Give me some thumbs up if you think it's a must. 'Tis a must. Yeah, boot camp you can buy anytime. The Shattered Circle is only open twice a year. We like to open and get new folks, and then we close it down, and we love on all those new people for 6 months before we open it again, to make sure everybody feels loved and cared for. All right, I got some debris. Let's get that debris off. That came out of the bottom of that bag. So this is 1/2 inch azure, or Caribbean or Azuria. It is all we have in this color, because the other color is, I guess, perpetually out of stock. I'm gonna add, oh my goodness, y'all, look at this. Andrea, what do you think? Do you love it? I'm gonna add a little bit of this. few little nuggets here, a few little nuggets there. Keep it organic. I'm gonna take this great big old piece off and add these smaller bits. Just kind of keep it organic. Don't be trying to set everything perfect, all right? Yay. All right, so now I'm gonna put these great big monsters back in this bag to use maybe tomorrow on my big old arts. All right, so I think we're gonna add in some, do you think we need shells, Andrea, or just glass? I'm thinking about adding in some of these. These came from Michael's, and they are like 3 different colors of just those flat gems. I was thinking about adding a couple of those in here and there. These frosty ones, I'm gonna add last, because here's what happens with sea glass and with frosty glass. If you pour resin over it, it loses the frost, okay? I'm gonna show you. So this is just water. So, and water is gonna make it look the same. If you put water on it, see what happens? It loses that frosty effect and turns clear. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna set these aside. What we'll do is we'll add all our bits, then we'll do our resin, and then we'll lay the frosty ones on top so that they stay frosty, right? All right, so that one's frosty too. I'm just gonna add in a couple of these blue ones, 1, 2, and we'll stick one over here, that's 3. I like odd numbers. I like odd numbers and I cannot lie. I want some clear ones that I didn't wet. And I got some glass chips, y'all, sitting over here. Andrea, was that yes to shells? So I brought a whole plate full of glass chips. We also sell these in our store. Yay, Andrea. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna grab up a couple of these glass chips, some clear, some multicolor, and we're gonna add these to our piece as well, just for a little extra fun. And I'm gonna try to be as random and organic as I can. Just stick them in here and there. Let's see what I got. We use these. I did a little art piece in the sunflower challenge. I did a mermaid tail. Remind me to show you the mermaid tail. I just did on the sunflower challenge page. And I used some of these glass chips in that. So that's why they're on my desk, on my place. All right. I feel like there's one more in me, like right here, this one. Right here. Why I place things where I place them is beyond me, okay? Have no idea how that happens. Let me show you this up close and personal a little bit, and then we'll decide if there's something else we want to add. Look at that. Is that not delicious? I have to tell y'all a funny story today too. So I was getting all this stuff ready this afternoon. This is the glass. I just did the squirrel thing. Did y'all hear it? This is the glass we used in our mermaid tail. I'm gonna show you. This is the light azuria, and I think I'm just gonna grab a handful of that and add that in as well. So today when I was getting prepared for this live, I was in the back going through all our scrappy stuff and trying to find some things that I could use. I had a handful of this. I had like this, just a few pieces of glass in my left hand. And I had a handful of peanuts in this hand. What do you think I did? What do you think I did, y'all? Somebody tell me what I did. Hey, Wendy. Oh, I think I'm going to Hobby Lobby this afternoon. Yeah, I went poop and popped the glass bits in my mouth. And I thought, oh, well, let's don't bite down on that. That would be a catastrophe. Yes, I did not eat it, but I did pop it in my mouth and then spit it right back out. And I was like, I cannot even believe I just did that. That was hilarious. Oh my God, yeah, popped it right in my mouth. Yeah, I did. All right, Andrea, shells or no shells? Let me throw a few things out here and you can say yay or nay, all right? I wanna kind of try to pull out things that are light and like one color, like white, because I feel like if we start adding, this is so fresh. If we start adding things that are like brown and you know, typical shells, I think it's gonna take away. But I'm thinking about adding a few things that are more white, that will kind of go along with what we have going on here. So maybe some things like this. I don't know what that is, but it's not a shell. That was kind of gross. And I agree with white, yes. Maybe a few things, that's too yellow. I'm gonna stick with white things. This looks like a little piece of an oyster or something. Y'all, look at this. And I have like 10 of these. These containers full of shells. Full, I tell ya. All right, I think that's probably enough. We don't wanna overwhelm the glass. So I think we're gonna wiggle in a couple of these shells, see how it looks. I said, hey Siri, more than once. Okay. Small shark teeth, that would be super cool too. All right, I'm digging this shell. I know it's kind of big, but I love it, and I think it needs to be here. So I'm gonna scoochie this thing over, and I'm gonna stick this shell right on the corner, like that. Look at there. I'm digging that. That looks like it fits. This is almost too big to me. We want groupings. We don't want one shell, two shell, three shell, four shell, five shell, right? So I'm gonna wiggle this in over here with maybe a couple other, I'm gonna add this one to this side. It's kind of yellow on one side. That side is white, so I'm gonna leave it white side up. We'll add this little baby shell right there. This one is white, but it also has this like burgundy purpley color. And I'm just going to, I'm gonna move some of this around, and I'm gonna tuck that in over here as well. And then I have 3 and 3. So I'm just gonna kind of toss one in the center, kind of close. And I think we're good. This is fantastical. Now, what else we're going to do after we get our resin on, I'm gonna add a couple of these frosty things, and we're gonna sprinkle in some seed beads, because these are fabulous. Everything needs seed beads, and everything needs bubbles, and we'll be adding those as well. We do not have a kit for this, no. We only have kits. We have an Amazing Grace Cross kit. We have a hydrangea kit. We have a, what else kit? Amazing Grace Sunflower and, Sunflower Pumpkin and a hydrangea. Yes, bubbles. So those are the kits we have. All right, so I think I am going to mix. I did really good today on the Sunflower Challenge about mixing up the perfect amount. I think I'm gonna mix up 2 ounces, because this is a lot of glass and I don't wanna not have enough. So we're gonna mix up 2 ounces, and I will let you know in the end exactly how much we ended up using. Where did my cups go? I lost them. So I'm gonna mix in 2 cups, and then, or I'm gonna measure in 2 cups, and then I'm gonna mix it in a big cup. So we have mixing space. All right, so I'm gonna use a big cup to mix, 2 little cups to measure. And I'm gonna push this away from me for now. Y'all gonna love on that. It is pretty, isn't it? I can't wait to resin it because you know it's gonna pop right off when it is resined. So let's get our gloves on. Cindy, the monthly membership is $42 a month. Let me give you a little heads up. It's $42 a month, and you get 2 workshops minimum. I do not sell the seed beads. Those came from Hobby Lobby. You get 2 workshops a month minimum. Right now we're doing a minimum of 3. You get all the projects that we do on Art Shattered. So as a member, you would get access to all the colors, the paint supply list for this piece, as well as a list of everything I used and the resin and any tracers we use on Art Shattered as well. You get discounts on glass, and I'm gonna mark this at 1. Discounts on glass, and hopefully next week, we're gonna have resin, and you'll get discounts on resin as well. And we have monthly contests, 2 a month, where you win wonderful prizes. And right now, if you join, we have an early bird bonus, and that is our blue blossoms, and I'll show you that shortly. And if you join before 8 p.m. tonight, you don't just get the Blue Blossoms workshop, you also get the glass, the beads, the tracers, and a resin pack that you'll need to do your Blue Blossoms. It is a fantastical bonus. We'd love to have you. And you can go to that link that's posted, theshatteredcircle.com/membership, and get every gory detail about what happens in the Shattered Circle. The best part is, these came from Amazon. The best part of the membership, in my humble opinion, is the people. We have a membership page that is dedicated just to our Shattered Circle members, and it is the best art workshop you will ever find. I just dare somebody to say otherwise. It is a group of wonderful, committed, loving, encouraging, helpful women who love to encourage and give ideas, and it's just the best group you could ever be in. You know, we're not all perfect, but there is absolutely no drama inside our membership. And our goal is just to love on each other and make each of us, everybody in there, feel welcome and loved and supported. That is our goal. And I think we have accomplished it, and we will continue that as well. So I've emptied both the hardener and the resin into 1 cup. Oh, let's see. You can, yes, the membership comes with, you can use the patterns for selling. You cannot teach my art projects. That's the only thing we don't allow. You can make and sell all you want, claim it as your own. What you cannot do is teach my projects for free or for profit, online or in person. We actually have considered licensing that and allowing that, but I just don't, I'm not ready for that yet. And we're gonna stir for 3 minutes. Already started, Catherine, thank you. So you'd be able to sell and create as much as you want. You just can't teach, in a nutshell. That's just it. You can't, oh, there's a hair. Hang on, Catherine. I have hair. I have hair. Or dried resin. Maybe that's what it was. All right. So we're just gonna keep stirring. Catherine's gonna tell me when it's time. I'm scraping the sides and scraping the bottom. So thank you, Wendy. Thanks for showing. So does anybody have any more questions about this art piece or about the shattered circle? You can click that link and go and check out all the gory details if you want. And I'm happy to answer any questions. Yay, Barbara. It's not luck, honey. You're very talented. You're very talented. Yeah, inside our Facebook page too, we have videos and information on how to build your own canvas, how to add wires to the back, how to set up your booth space, how to start your own Facebook page for selling your art, how to price, how to, what else? What am I missing? All that kind of stuff. Oh yes, Catherine, I don't know why I can't ever remember that. And we also now have the capability of shipping international. We paid to do that, and we have not shipped one single package. Is that not hilarious? All right, this must be resin. That is crusting, but I may need an extra 10 seconds. Extra 10 seconds here. They are very beachy, aren't they? Take me to the ocean. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Stephen Gray, for taking me to the ocean. I'm so excited. He really knows how to get me, don't he? You gotta love it. You gotta love a man who knows what a girl needs. Knows what a girl needs. Nobody has any questions about the shattered circle? I'd love to answer. I'm going to remind you one more time. I know I sound like a broken record, but we had a couple people, I think there were 3 last night, who missed the deadline. Thank you, Catherine, who missed the deadline. The deadline for this early bird bonus to get that resin and the tracers and the glass and the beads, the deadline is 8 p.m. Okay, so make sure if you're on the fence, please ask me any questions that you need answered and get yourself joined before 8 p.m. I think it's next month sometime. I don't know the exact dates at this moment, but it'll be in May. I'm so excited. All right. So there's a lot going on here. So I'm going to start at the bottom and just kind of work my way up, and then we'll add our frosties and our seed beads and see how we feel. See how Andrea feels. I don't want to move that. I need to move this, and I'm going to move this, and I'm going to add a little bit of resin right under that piece so that that shell stays in place. All right, so we'll put it back now. We'll put this back. Now we can go. All right, so I am going to resin, and I'm gonna go up and across, all right? So get all that glass covered, all the shells covered. Be very methodical. I want that dripping down the edge, but not down the edge. It's so weird. It's so weird. I know. All right, back to my brains. See, this is why I have to be methodical. I get sidetracked, I get squirreled, and then I forget what I've done, right? Forget what I've done. So we're just gonna resin. So if anybody has questions, at Disney, you go, Barb. Ooh. Yeah, Amy, I think he was talking the Caribbean. So let me see. California, as much as I'd love to see you, If I have a choice between California and the Caribbean, woo, girl, I'll see you next time, right? So here is when he and I first started dating, and we had so much in common, especially the love to travel. I've never really been able to travel much over my lifetime. Always been very broke and young kids. But and then I ended up getting a divorce, and all that happens, and then you know how that goes. He loves to go. He loves to travel. He loves to go to the beach. And when we were talking, when we were first dating, and he was like, so how do you feel about going to the beach? Because he's retired, y'all. He's a lawyer, and he's retired. And one of the things he asked was, do you love the beach? How do you feel about lots of vacations and trips to the beach? And I was like, duh. I was like, marry me now. I love the beach. What more could a girl ask for, right? Nice, sweet man who wants to take you to the beach all the time. I'll take that all day long. All day. I keep telling him he needs to get that house sold he has in Oxford. He just keeps working on it. He needs to get it sold and buy a beach house, right? That's what I'm talking about. What happened? That's what I think he needs to do. Buy me a beach house. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. I hope there's one when you're ready to. I hope there is. I hope so. I know you had a bad time of it too, Shannon. I feel you. I had a terrible time of that. Going through that divorce was super hard. But you know what? I'm better for it. I've learned a lot about what I don't want in a husband and a man, or, in my life, treatment and such. I learned a lot, and I won't be putting up with that kind of garbage again. It was a rough road. Y'all, and most of those girls in the Shattered Circle lived through all that, just like you, Shannon. We all lived through that divorce I went through together. Lord, that man nearly killed me. Woo. All right. I think I got all my glass covered, so now I'm just going to take some of this extra and pull all the way across to, whoops, hang on. Grandbaby is beautiful. She is so sweet. I was looking at pictures of her today. And Dorothy, one of the girls who works for me, she ain't a girl. I call women girls all the time, and if that's offensive to you, I apologize. I mean nothing offensive by it. Dorothy is in her 70s, and I'm over here calling her a girl. She had this piece made for me. It's the baby's picture on slate, and it is spectacular. I almost cried when she gave it to me. I'm just a big old crybaby. And it is so beautiful. Thanks, Dee. Thank you, Dee. All right, I made too much resin. I probably used, what I make, 2 ounces. I probably needed 1.5. Excuse me, good heavens. I probably could have done with 1.5 ounces. So keep that in mind. You always want to have, if you're really unsure, you always want to try to have something else you can resin. Or, always have something else you can resin so that you're not wasting. I'm not going to worry about that because I have a date tonight. I have a date with my man and a trip to the Caribbean. And so we're not gonna worry too much about that today. Normally I would jump through hoops to use that, and but today is not gonna happen. All right. You need to do, Kathy, what is best for you. This resin that I'm using, I'm gonna get a wipe. This resin that I'm using is a non-hazmat resin. Most of the resins on the market are not. This is art resin, and it is a non-hazardous resin. And, but I would say if you feel the need to use a mask, whether it's a respirator or just a paper mask, you need to do your research and do what's best for you. I've never used a mask when I've been using this resin, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't, okay? So anytime you're using resin, you should do what is best for yourself, all right? I hope that helped. But it is I have a small sand dollar too. I might. Yes, it is food safe. You can go to the Art Resin website, artresin.com, and read all about what is it called? Read all about, the resin. All right, I'm gonna pop my bubbles with my handy dandy heat gun. And then we're going to do a couple more things. We are going to add a little bit of this, which is seed beads. This is called Crystal Luster AB, and it's really pretty, kind of iridescent. So pretty. And so I'm just going to tap some in just to give, and I'm going to let those go where they go, just to give it a little extra pop of iridescence and beachiness. Love this stuff. Love it. All right. And then also, I'm trying to keep all my parts together. I'm going to use this, which is the Seafoam Crystal AB, which means it's iridescent. Look at that. Yummy. Let's tap in a little bit of that here and there. Looks like sea bubbles. And these I am not going to add resin back over the top of. These stick right to the resin that's already on my art piece, and they will be stuck down permanently just fine, okay? All right, now I can add in, okay, I do have a sand dollar. Mine are all kind of yellowy though. They're too kind of yellowy for this piece, I think. And the only white one I have is too big. So I think I'm gonna forego the sand dollar. I am gonna add in one or two of these right on top of the resin. That's those frosted gems. Maybe just the one. Maybe I'll tuck that right in on the bottom. Get in there. And I think just those. Trying to make sure this is good for you, Andrea. And last but not least, what do we need? Somebody tell me. Diana. We are gonna use bubbles. Bubbles. Gotta have bubbles. Gotta have them. We'll let some of them drop to the top of the water, and we'll add the rest to under the sea. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. This is so pretty. Do we do enough? Do we do enough bubbles? Let me pick it up and I'll show it to y'all up close and y'all can tell me what you think. If we need to add something, you can get the bubbles on my page as well, nancyartshattered.com. We sell the bubbles, the glass chips, and the glass. I'm trying to get this all in. I really want you to see the glass though. Look how pretty. Do we need to add anything? Oh. So pretty. Is that not gorgeous? I love that we just used all blues and it's soft and white and gorgeous.